Hi everyone, in today's video I will show you how to add parameters to PowerShell scripts. So in this video you will learn how to define and use parameters in PowerShell scripts, because well-structured parameters make scripts reusable, predictable and easier to maintain. I will show you how to do it with the param blocks, and then I will show you how to do it with CmdletBinding. So let's start the video. First of all, we have to of course create the file. So let's create a file. So new item with the script .ps1 of course. If you don't know how to create a script, you can watch the previous video when I described this very slowly and I showed you how to do it. So I will open this in Notepad. So script.ps1, and now how to pass parameters. First of all, I will show you how to do it in the param block. You have to type in param, and you have to do parentheses like this, and inside of it you have to specify parameters. So let's say that I want to specify two parameters. The first one will be name, the second one will be age. So as you can see, I can just type in the parameter like this. So just type in the variable, or I can define the type. I will define the type in this case. So the first one will be string, which will be the name. The second one will be the integer, which will be the age, like this. Now, these are our parameters, and we have to do something with them. So let's just print them below. So write and output, and with the name of name and age of age, like this. So we are basically printing the name value and the age value that will be provided by user. I will save that, and we can go into the PowerShell and we can run the script. So script.ps1 with the name, for example, of John, and with the age of 30. And as you can see, we are printing name of John and the age of 30. So this is how it works. This string and integer, we call it the strongly typed inputs. So this is also pretty important. Now I will remove that, and I will show you how to create a default values, because as you probably saw here, we don't have a default values. If user will not provide the age or the name, nothing will be printed, because we also don't have the mandatory parameters. So if I will call it just like this, so script.ps1, as you can see, I am printing age 0, and in the name is I have the blank space. So how to set the default parameters? Let's create the let's write something like this. So parameter, and now we will provide the name, but we can set the name to the user, for example. So the name by default is user, or we can change it to our, I don't know, to the name of our channel. So hard reset and pro, like this. And this is the name that will be used by default if user will not provide it in the parameters in the PowerShell. And we will write it again. So write and output with hello and the name. So I saved that, and let's call the script again. First of all, with the name. So with the name of, for example, John, of course we will print hello John. But if I run it like this, as you can see, I am printing the default value hello hard reset pro. So this is how it works. We can also add the mandatory parameter. So if you don't want to use the default parameter, but you want to, I would say, make sure that user will provide something, you can add the parameter that is mandatory. I will show you how to do it. So let's remove that, and now let's use parameter, and now at the top in the bracket you have to specify parameter, and inside of the parentheses you have to specify mandatory, like this. Now below you can specify the string of the name, and you can close that, and we'll print right output again, which will be name of name. Yes, like this. It is fine. Now we will save that, and as you can see, if I will run it with the name of John, everything is working fine. But if I run it like this, as you can see, we have the commandlet script.ps1 and command1 pipeline position 1 supply values for the following parameter. So we have to add the value. If I will press enter and leave it empty, I will get the error because we have cannot by argument to parameter name because it is an empty string. And our parameter is mandatory, so we have to add it. If I will write it right here, so for example, I don't know, Charlie, we will print name of Charlie. So this is how it works. And now I will show you something what is called CmdletBinding. I talked about it at the beginning of the video, and I will show you how does it work. So I will clear that for now, and we will remove that. And in order to use CmdletBinding, we have to enable it. It is important. It is useful for the more advanced scripts, I would say. So we will use something like this, of course, brackets and command length and binding like this. And here we have to do parentheses. Now, inside of parameters, we'll do something the same. So we will do the parameter mandatory and mandatory. We'll define this string, which will be maybe, for example, path this time, like this. And we will close that and write output and, for example, processing and the path, like this. We can save that. And now, because of this CmdletBinding at the beginning, we can actually use the common parameters. For example, ErrorAction, we can use verbose, and this is why it is very important. So let's say that we want to, let's run it. So script.ps1, and we can actually add the path, which will be, for example, I don't know, file.txt, and then we will use verbose. And as you can see, actually it is working. So this is how you can use this script with the verbose option, because I think if I will remove this CmdletBinding like from there, and I will have to run it, it is also working, but we don't have anything to verbose in this code. So if you have something to verbose in this code, you would actually not see it. But in that case, it is enough, I think. Now, how to add the parameter maybe validation this time? We can validate parameters. So we can actually, let's say that we want to check if the number is from the range from 1 to 100. We can do it very easily. So I will remove that for now, and parameter, and in order to validate something, we will have to use the brackets, and now validate, and this time we are validating the range, so from 1 to 100, like this. And now from the integer, we are specifying the integer, which will be the count, and we can close that, and we can write the output, which will be count and count, like this. And now let's try to run it like this with the parameter of count. From the, for example, with the 50. As you can see, count 50 is working. But if I try to run it with the, for example, 150, as you can see, we are getting error because cannot validate the argument on parameter count. The 150 argument is greater than the maximum allowed range of 100. And if I will do 0, because I have from 1 to 100, you have the same error because the argument is less than the minimum allowed range of 1. So this is how it works. And now, this is basically all in this video. This is how you can add parameters to the scripts in PowerShell. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next videos.